Hi, today I am going to discuss on the thalamus. Thalamus is the subcortical nucleus structure which is located on both the cerebral hemisphere. It is located below the lateral ventricles of the brain. Look at this diagram. These are the lateral brain ventricles, and it is located below the lateral brain ventricles and lateral to the wall of the third brain ventricle. This one is the third brain ventricle, and it is located on the both sides of the third brain ventricle. Look at this diagram. Here, this one is the thalamus, this one is hypothalamus, and this one is the midbrain. Similarly, look at this diagram. This is the sagittal section of the brain. Here you can find this one is the thalamus, this one is the hypothalamus, and this one is the midbrain. So, thalamus is what the main function it is doing. It is actually sending all the sensory information towards the brain for sensory perceptions. Until or unless the thalamus is sending the information towards the brain, the sensory perception cannot be perceived. So, sensory perception is incomplete if thalamus is not sending the information towards the somatosensory area or other sensory areas of the brain. So, that's why the thalamus is called as sensory relay station. So, these are the points. It relays the sensory. It is the relay station for all sensory inputs to the specific areas of the cerebral cortex. It might be the somatosensory area, or it might be the occipital cortex or auditory area, that is the temporal lobe. It transfers the neuronal impulse from the various receptors to the cerebral cortex. So, its main function is translating the neuronal impulses towards the brain from the various receptors so that they can be perceived. It is also responsible for relaying different sensory input from different systems, that is the visual system, auditory system, and somatosensory systems. They are sending all the inputs via thalamus, and it has a significant role in motor activity. So, other than the sensory functions, it is responsible for controlling the motor activities also. And for this purpose, it helps take the helps from the basal ganglia, cerebellum, and cerebral cortex. That means, in coordination with the cerebrum, basal ganglia, and cerebellum, thalamus is playing a major role in controlling the motor activity or the movement. It is the subcortical center for some sensation like crude pain sensation. So, that is also performed by the thalamus. So, crude pain sensation will be there, and that can be perceived by the thalamus. It acts as a center for arousal and alertness of the brain as a whole. So, until or unless thalamus is not sending the stimulus towards the brain, that means the cerebral cortex, it cannot be analyzed. What actually happens? This type of phenomenon actually happens when we are sleeping. In sleeping condition, thalamus is not sending information towards the brain for perception, and that's why during sleep, although the stimuli are there in the environment, we cannot perceive it. And it is responsible for arousal, awareness, and executive cognitive functioning, and it is responsible for sensation of the visceral pain. So, all these pain sensation, arousal, awareness, and cognitive functionings are done by the thalamus itself. In association with the limbic system, it can play an important role in alertness and awareness. So, alertness and awareness of the whole nervous system as well as the body can be done by this structure. And in this function, it is taking the help of the limbic system. It is also a seat of the effect of the emotional reflexes. So, obviously, it is with the help of the limbic system. It plays a predominant role in connections with other structures of the brain, so that the learning, memory, and emotion can be performed. So, learning, it is also some role in learning, memory, and emotion. Okay, thank you for watching this.